So what we observe here is a superficially taken layer of uterine glands here at the periphery of the slides. Further, it's a little bit hyperstained. Don't pay attention on this. What we should have in mind is the idea of presence of glandular structures in between smooth muscle cells. So these here are smooth muscle cells, which are very well observable. And in between these smooth muscle cells, we observe small fibers of stroma with glandular structures, some small portions of inflammatory infiltrates. A cystically dilated one, which is found here. Further, again, a very well observable region of glandular appearance here. Let's take a look at this field here. It even looks like erythrocytes in between these, which are due to desquamation. And later, the fibrous stroma, which is around it. So again, a field of glandular structures, lots of stromal elements around these, and expectably in these structures, we may observe some erythrocytes with hemosiderin latens sometimes, which might be due to desquamation of the superficial glandular layer. So the presence of 2 out of 3 components in this type of disease might be marked as endometriosis or adenomyosis in smooth muscle layers of the uterus. We don't see much of hemosiderin deposits here, latents here, if you will, but what we saw clearly was the glandular structures and the stromal elements around these, in between the smooth muscle cells. So this process is a good example, and this picture is a good example of adenomyosis. Now you should mention what is endometriosis here, where these glands may start, how does the endometriosis of the ovary, how it's actually called. It's forming cystic structures inside in the ovaries, and it's called chocolate cysts, where it could appear, even it could invade the peritoneal cavity, parts of the small intestine sometimes also might be observed. Stuff like this. Endometriosis is a good topic for conversation. So remember that we should have 3 signs for a thing to be called endometriosis. We should have presence of glands, presence of stroma, and presence of hemosiderin or erythrocytes inside in the glands. If we have 2 out of these 3, it's enough to call it endometriosis.